With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hi students, welcome to Doubtnut. Here the problem is given: if the vector B, C, D are not coplanar, then prove that A cross B vector cross C cross of D. Okay, C vector cross of D vector, A vector cross of C vector cross D vector cross of B vector, and A vector cross of D vector cross B vector cross of C vector is parallel to A. Okay, is parallel to A. C vector cross of D vector, this one. So now how to prove this? At first you have to write down the basic formula of A. You just write down that A cross of B vector cross of C vector cross of D vector, that can be written as box of A vector, C vector, D vector of B vector minus B vector, C vector, A vector dot of this one is D vector. Okay, D vector dot of a box in the outside is A vector. So what is given in the first problem, first one, that is of A cross of B cross of C cross of D vector. So what you can write down, that is of A C D vector, box is closed, of B vector C vector D vector of A vector, that is given. So this one, put the name, that is equal to 1. Next one is A vector cross of C vector cross of D vector cross of B vector. Okay, so that one is equal to, you can write down that A vector dot of B vector. Okay, so into of C vector minus of C vector D vector B vector of A vector, that is equal to of 2. Another one, that is of A vector cross of D vector cross of B vector cross of C vector, that can be written as, you can write down this one as A vector B vector C vector of D vector in the simple formula. Now inside the box again D vector B vector C vector of A vector. This can be also written if you change the position of the element. So you can write down that A vector, so that's why minus is come, C vector D vector, this one is into of B vector minus, again this is A vector D vector B vector, and outside it is of C vector. So this one is equal to equation 3. Okay, now you can write down, you can take one of the vector, you can take it that U is equal to this vector, that of A vector cross of B cross of C vector cross of D plus of A vector cross of C cross of D vector cross of B plus of A vector cross of D cross of B vector cross of C. Okay, so all these things, all the values you have to write down. Okay, from all these value you have to write down. Then you get, after eliminating, that you get minus of B vector C vector D vector of A vector minus B vector C vector, D vector of A vector. Okay, so this can be, so U vector is written as, so you can see both of these are same, so minus 2 into B vector, C vector, D vector of A vector. So this is the box means key, this is the determinant value, so you get a scalar quantity. So you can write down U vector is equal to lambda into of A vector. Okay, any scalar quantity of A vector. So hence you can say that U and of A vector are parallel vector, Okay, so it is proof, then it is a parallel vector, that we have to prove it. I think you understand this solution. Thank you for watching my video.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.